What's up, everybody? My name is Law Nation. Let's get right into the conversational piece that's released from the NFL. Due to censorship, we're going to have to speak in codes. If that's okay with you all, we're going to speak in codes. I grew up in the country, whereas, there was two types of horses. Two types. One was Gilded, one was a Stallion. Now, both horses are north of 4 years of age, and the Gilded horse was a horse that you can jump on, and the horse was more controlled. The behavior was settled, and you really didn't have to worry about mood changes and these sorts of things, because the Gilded horse did not have his manhood intact. He didn't have it there. They removed those things as it relates to the T word. I'm trying to be PC with it. Now the Stallion, mood swings, it was irrational. When another horse is in heat, it'll run through some barbed wires. It was harder to contain that horse. But if you are a seasoned rider, you know how to ride that Stallion. And I ain't talking about Megan. The Stallion is a male horse, by the way. So when we go into details of everything, and we speak of the protocol that is released, and this could have been released last year, but now it's just open to the public, and they made some modifications protocol for gilded individuals. Gilded, if you're fully gilded, no daily testing is required. Masks not required at club facilities or during travel. Also, no physical distance required in club facilities with other gilded individuals. No quarantine required after high risk or exposure to the elements. No travel restrictions. No capacity limits in the weight room when everything is fully gilded. All right, so may eat in the cafeteria with others fully gilded individuals. No restrictions on social media, marketing, as well as sponsorship opportunities. That's a big one. If you gilded, you can do all of the sponsorship opportunities. You can go to certain events. You can do a whole bunch of things. So it is heavy of opportunities if you are gilded. May interact with gilded families, friends during travel time. So if you are away, if you're on a specialized trip, maybe it's the bye week, or maybe it's one of those situations whereas you got a long weekend and you don't have to play and these sorts, you can go hang out with other gilded individuals. I'm only speaking in codes. Now, for the Stallions, you got to be tested every single day. For the Stallions, you got to have your mask on when you're traveling to the facility. During the facility, you got to have it there. Must remain physically distanced from the other people that's in the club. So that's for you being a Stallion. Must quarantine after high risk of exposure to the elements. Also, there's travel restrictions that are in effect. So you got to reach out to a certain individual. You got to tell people where you're going to be at and these sorts of things. 15 players limit in the weight room. You can't have a bunch of Stallions. You can't, and I ain't talking about Megan. You can't have a bunch of Stallions more than 15 in the weight room. So if you pumping your iron and the 16th person come in, you got to get out of there because it's illegal according to their rulings there. Player must be physically distanced in the meal room. May not eat with the teammates. That's, you can't do that. You can't do that. Staff must grab and go. Uber Eats, you got to do stuff like that and order your food. Maybe Target drive up, Walmart drive up and go get your food, but you can't just be hanging around because you're a Stallion. No social media. Marketing, sponsorship opportunities. No. You can't do that because you are a Stallion. Your impact to society, your behaviorism may cause something to happen out of the norm and may not leave the team hotel. Okay, I missed one. May not use the sauna or the steam room because you are a Stallion, right? And you may not leave team hotel to eat, and restaurants may not interact with anyone outside of team travels. Parties during this team travel. You may not have a party. You may not have all of these. So there's a lot of restrictions being a stallion. Now, of course, everyone have their right to their opinions, their belief. And since the NFL is a privately owned organization, and technically they're supposed to be a 501, right? 3C, I believe, organization, nonprofit organization, but it's for profit. They have for-profit benefits, and you can see it every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday night if they have it on that night, as well as Saturdays occasionally. Now, the owners have their sets of rules and these sorts of things, and this is all for the betterment for the NFL so that they can continue to make their profit. Now, I'm not here to tell people this is what you should do and this is what you should not do, but I believe that this is one of the things that's very alarming to me would be the social media aspect and the marketing opportunities, meaning that you got to get gilded in order for that to happen. Oh my goodness, you can't travel, you can't be with families and friends, although they're not showing signs of exposure to a certain element, right? That's cause to pause, but rules are put into place so that you can follow them. Let me repeat, rules are put into place so that you can follow them. Now, even if you are fully gilded, right? According to other sports that we are able to see what can happen. CP3, y'all remember him playing basketball. Then all of a sudden he got it into certain elements. Test came back and it was positive, false positive. Y'all know how that thing can go. So there's always a system of control. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that, hey, you should go out there and get it or you shouldn't. But it's kind of strange to me. It's kind of strange to me as far as the restrictions and the protocol modifications for the gilded individuals to have all of these things. When, hear me out, even if you are gilded, there is a chance in the situation that you still can spread it, for one, the elements that you can get. And on top of that, you're not completely immune to it. That's all I'm saying. Now, there's situations that all of a sudden that you can look at it and you can contextualize it. Even the Stallion could have received some of the elements and then overcame it. And now the Stallion got antibodies inside, right? Making it a stronger chance a stronger chance for you not getting that element again. There have been cases and scenarios and research showing that. Now, my thing is, none of this stuff, as far as being a gilded individual, been approved by the FDA. None of that stuff. So it's not even officially labeled as a certain labeling to start with a VAC. It's not even considered to be fully eligible to be named that. It is labeled as an experimenting situation. Now, I come here to tell you that there are plenty of research that need to be done, whether this can help you out in the long term, short term, but it's too soon. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It's too soon to have mandations on something or mandate something that's not approved, that you don't know the risk or that you don't know what all of the repercussions and the causes that could happen to you. What happened if you get gilded too soon? You can't go back to being a Stallion. Once you gilded, you gilded. Once it's gone, it's gone. That's all I'm saying. So now you got to leverage. Do you get this bag, this money, this coin, the entertainment piece of being able to do something that you always wanted to do and get many of monies off of it? Or are you willing to fight in bulk and say, no, I'm not going to bend to this rule. I'm going to be that Stallion. I'm going to kick. I know that when those hormones are jumping, I'm ready to get some, right? I don't care who's on my back. I'm going to run through some barbed wires to get there. Or I'm going to have, when I get a little bit older, I'm going to have those system of controls. But right now, boy, oh boy. If you guys get what I'm saying, I don't want to rub anybody the wrong way. I come here to tell you guys that law always, I'm speaking to myself in third person, law is always objectively looking at things. I don't talk much of political conversation for the nation here because I think that this is a good platform for you guys to come back to relax. But I want you guys to do your research. And on top of that, before you get gilded, please know what's all in it before you get it. Ask what's in it. Can you list me all of the things, the risk? And I know that when you throw numbers at me and we can look at the death toll and all of these things, and you'll say to yourself, let me just go ahead and get gilded so I won't have to be a person that can be a cause for somebody else to go away, right? But still do your homework, still do your research. That's all I'm saying. Do your research, look up all of the information you can before you get gilded. Do not do it just because John did it, or Joe did it, or Ashaniku and Pookie and Ray Ray did it. Do it because you have something within your heart that tells you to do such, right? That you know that after you read and did all of your researches and did all of your analysis of it, then you can go out there and get gilded, right? Just remember, there's free cheese in the mousetrap. That's all I'm saying. There's free cheese in the mousetrap. So don't just try to do it so I can get something for free. That's all I'm saying. But do not walk out with your chest out because you're gilded and you are in a certain box and you have a certain behaviorism that is now controlled and you feel that you're better than the Stallion. No, don't do that. Let's not be the great divide over here over this pen. I can't say that word. Over this gilded versus Stallion situation. Natural versus non-natural, right? Modern day science, modern day experiments did help us out in so many ways and so many factors. But let's not walk out here with our chest out and thinking that we are better because we are gilded. And let's not sully or denigrate or cast aspersions to the person that's a Stallion. Let's not do that. And shame on the NFL to set certain stipulations. Now, we all know what make this thing turn and burn. Money, remunerations, money makes this thing go. And there's nobody that got more coins than that pharmaceutical market. There's nobody. I think I can say that word, right? All I can say is do your research, do all of the information that you can find there. Post me your thoughts, post me your concerns down below. Appreciate the NFL for opening things back up. There are more and more details of this. I will post a link in the description box, or I'll post a link somewhere so that you guys can read upon it and look at the different levels to this thing, because it's different levels to it, baby. It is. Post me your thoughts, post me your concerns down below. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. Let me know. Are you a gilded one or are you a Stallion? And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Go Cowboys. Let's go.